welcome back to the channel. Anyways, wow, look at that. We got some snow on the ground. We're just coming from 2 days of very heavy snow, high winds, and some snowfall. So this is just some minor snow that drifted from the 2 days of very high winds that we had around here. It was really a crazy time, but I'm glad things are back to normal somewhat. Not 100%, but a little better today. So let's jump into the Roxor. Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Get that warmed up. Get this in neutral. It's a little cold outside today. I would say just a little bit above freezing right now. The past 2 days were super cold with some very serious wind chill. So I can imagine the engine of the Roxor, the block itself, is quite cold. And one thing that's interesting, when the block is cold and you go to move the gear shift lever, you actually feel it all mushy. You can tell that the oil in there is all frozen up. Let's back up here, do a little turn, stop. Ooh. Okay, we'll let that warm up. Put the tune on high. So now I have that leak over there. I always wondered what it was. Let's open this real quick, see if we can catch what it is. Where it's coming from. Oh, I see. Right there. Huh. I always wondered where that oil was coming from. Okay. Okay. You guys can see. I'll also have to check. I'm worried that there might be some water underneath and it's getting frozen and expanding in there. So I'll have to check on that. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. So I used a T25 to snug up everything, and hopefully that works. T25. And I tightened up all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also on the intake side. So hopefully that stops the leak, because I've always had that leak whenever I let the machine sit for so long, and I never had an idea where it was coming from. I guess after today I'll also have to check the water plug at the bottom of the fuel filter and see if everything is okay with that. Alright, so we're done with the repair. We'll have to give it some time definitely to see if there's any changes. But I just want to point out a few things to you guys. If you see here where you have my sway bar where it connects, you can see that bar there, it's actually twisted a little bit. I was wondering at one point if that was normal. It's also twisted on this side, and I can tell you for sure that it's not normal, so something is definitely wrong with mine. I might take them out, straighten up everything, put them back in place, but yeah, it's definitely twisted somehow. And on the new Roxor, did you guys know that it's no longer a smooth paint on here? Right now, on the new Roxors coming out, this seems to have some kind of powder coating. So that's quite interesting. Alright, let me close the hood. One thing before I close the hood, look at that over there. You zoom in, you see that? That is for the hood latch. So if you look at the Roxor, you will notice that it has the hood latch is right here on both sides. The new Roxor actually has an actual latch mechanism that's released from inside. So something to think about. So on a different note, guys, I decided to actually stop the sale of my Roxor, because after looking at the new Roxor and looking at what I have, they are essentially the same UTV. Not much changes. It's fundamentally the same quality that you get, the same build quality, the same reliability that you can expect. Even though I think the new Roxor might be slightly better built. I would imagine that things that were supposed to have been greased when it left the factory, wherever they are made, they do a second check, a third check, just to make sure that they are thorough. Because one thing I've noticed with Mahindra, they always take the feedback from users and then they try to work with that and improve the product. So after looking at a number of factors, cold weather is here. I would really just rather have my cab, because if I were to buy a new Roxor, then I would be starting a whole build just right when winter is getting here. So that was not a very palatable or good option for me at this time. So with that being said, I changed my mind and I actually removed my Roxor which I had on the market. For now, I will just be contented, having what I have. And if I didn't have a Roxor, of course I would have gone with the newer one. And had it been that the weather was nice, much nicer, let's say springtime going to summer, then that would have been the ideal time for me to acquire another Roxor and start with the build. Because even though I'm not the most mechanically inclined, I must admit I did have quite a bit of fun building my Roxor. So yeah, that's that. I will get into more detail maybe in one of my future videos, because I actually ran some numbers, try to look at the different components that I have in my Roxor, and I try to compare with getting a new basic Roxor and building it up to what I want, or getting the all-weather package Roxor, which is, I would say, about 80% built for most people. All what you might need to do there is probably put on bigger tires, or if you so want it, you might actually put on a lift kit, and that will get most people to where they are satisfied and they have a totally usable Roxor. So yeah, those are just some of the things that they were going through my mind when I got up today to do this video. But I got sidetracked by that diesel leak from my fuel filter, something that has been ongoing, especially when the weather switches, when it's warm and then suddenly it gets super cold. I always notice there's that little wetting below that area in the engine bay, and I'm very excited and happy that today I could actually pinpoint exactly where the diesel fuel was leaking. That housing is actually plastic, so if you're having the similar issue and you have to tighten those those bolts, just go very those screws, go very gently on them. You don't want to strip anything out, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't clean out the area, but I will see next time I go to drive the Roxor, see if there's any leak. But I think that should have cured the problem, because I could see exactly where the diesel was coming from. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for joining me today on this Roxor adventure, as I took the Roxor out for a quick spin. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you guys on the next video.